Let's stop the evil diabolical Dr. Bad Boon in his own base. Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here, and I'm back for some more yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever day on May for this point today, and as a result, we are back for some more yet again for the Maxi Toys videos. As I said this countless amount of times in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe for the PlayStation 2/Xbox. So last time we have managed to able to actually explore onto World 9, which is of course a space colony, and today this is going to be a grand finale of this game's Let's Play for this point, guys, and because of that we're about to be exploring onto the final world in the game, World 10, Dr. Bad Boon's base. So either way though, as usual, we're going to be going through the final 10 stages from the first half, and then the final 10 stages during the forms of the second half, and then we basically pretty much guarantee we pretty much shown you guys every single stage in the story mode has to offer. So either way though, as far as showing off challenge mode is concerned, I don't know if I can able to accept this challenge yet, just because, well then again, I haven't really touched upon challenge mode for a very long time on my life, and plus as a result, it just gets particularly difficult if you really want to go after, well, basically for every single stages, as well as try to unlock Master or Ultimate mode, because yes, this game does have Ultimate mode, but we'll point it out whenever we discuss all about it. But the first stage, as you can see, is training, so just in case you can able to get practice with, you know, the hardest parts, and plus training level is basically, it's kind of like the equivalent to curvy options as well as wavy option from both World 3 and World 7 respectively, but except this time around you have to deal with the forms of likely the pointy slants that, you know, kind of feels like similar to the forms of how it does it on certain levels, like, you know, Exam C or something. So either way, and the second level, as you can tell, that we just managed to beat is the forms of Ball Open, which meaning it's like the harder version of Ball, except now we have to deal with the forms of that giant bottomless pit in the center, so we definitely need to avoid that. And the next stage, as you can see, this stage can be huge, so as a result though, that is going to be Gimmick, which either way though, that's as far as the actual main stage itself is usually represented with, like, you know, the actual element of this gimmick. So either way though, everything else will be twice as they expected as to be, well, usually as far as I'm aware, and unfortunately I managed to accidentally fell off onto that specific jump. But either way though, as I mentioned this before already, today's day is the forms of the 1st of May today, in this case in Friday in 2020. Now if you guys are probably thinking about the fact that aren't you going to save that up until likely next Tuesday, well, turns out we just need to able to finish this Let's Play today, and then eventually at this, for the sake of time, that is supposed maybe during next Tuesday, that it doesn't take that long or anything like that, that we might able to do a next Super Monkey Ball Let's Play, something new. So either way though, that you guys have not seen for quite such a long time after playing that out for a very long time, especially how most people forgot about it. But, well, then again, we'll point it out whenever we get on to next Tuesday, and then you guys will probably find out when that comes. So, anyways, before we get to the goal, there's a bunch of bananas right there, but obviously we've already maxed out as it is. So either way, there's no point able to actually getting ourselves some more bananas throughout anymore. So either way, although I was expected to able to actually save that up until later, or anything else for that matter. But either way, Don's gonna have to cope with it, I suppose. So either way, then let's move on to level 10-4, which is, of course, Mountain. So obviously we need to go all the way down and head to the goal just like that. So either way, though, as far as every single stage is concerned, that it's fine for the most part, except in level 9, because, oh my god, I had a lot of bad memories during the forms of one of my first time playing through Super Monkey Ball 2 on the GameCube, and yeah, you guys who know what I'm talking about, but then again, we'll point it out whenever we get on to stage 9. So the next level, as you can see, it's Carpet, where we have to, you know, try to time our drop-offs between another platform to the other while this thing is trying to swing about. So even though it's not that complicated in my opinion, but it can get pretty tricky in some scenarios. So either way, that's that. And next up we have is Disorder. You can able to actually take a good shortcut, by the way, for the sake of this stage. And that's as far as I can usually think about it. Oh yeah, and by the way, you know with the forms of the actual beginning portion of the actual story mode cutscenes and stuff like that for the sake of not only Super Monkey Ball 2, but Super Monkey Ball Deluxe as well, that you do realize is the fact that Dr. Bad Boon was always super desperate to try to marry Mimi, but Mimi refuses to do that just because of how the fact that she despised baboons or something. So I think that's why I get the feeling for this point right there, but either way though, and it seems to be more accurate until when it gets to the point until in, well, let's just say in World 8 and 9 and the final world, which is World 10, that that Dr. Bad Boon just seems to entirely give up on fighting Mimi or something, which, potentially speaking, that's how he could usually decide to, well, usually, I have no idea. But anyway, it's hard to explain about that sometimes, because either way though, it has been such a long time since I actually played some of these story modes in most of these Monkey Ball games in the past, but either way though, that's how I can really think about this when it comes to likely trying to able to get a synthesized with, so. But you know, you get the idea for that little solution for that point. So anyways, let's hop on to here, even though sometimes the camera angle is like really messing me up beyond belief. No. I just failed because I'm able to actually decide to fall off. Yeah, as you can see on this next level is 3D maze. Sometimes I always attempt to able to have some struggles with that stage, but whenever I get the hang of it though, I think I should be okay for the most part, despite with you know, trying to able to actually just, well, deal with the awkward camera angles sometimes, and oh my god, why does it keep doing this to me? Come on, man. Come on! Again, there's not much else I can really say, sadly, just because of how the fact that since after all we're now onto the finale portion of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe right now, and plus I was a little bit off quiet all of a sudden just because I have to like super concentrate so that I could able to complete this stage no matter what, so come on. There's also a good way you can able to skip the long entire ordeal, by the way, so that way you can able to get a full speed. No way you should be able to complete that stage, no problem. So, Mixer, based off from, you know, floor 45 from the original Monkey Ball in the arcade, as well as Super Monkey Ball on the GameCube. So, but it doesn't matter which games you're going to be playing through, so either way though, it plays out pretty much the same, so not much to be expected. Oh, jeez, that was close. Whew. That was a little bit more close to I think about it, and let's go ahead and go straight on and get to the goal. And let's focusing on the final 2 levels on the first half, and then hopefully we should be done by then. So, oh god, this level. I remember dreading this stage so much. Now, in forms of Super Monkey Ball 2, that this stage usually calls it Labyrinth. In this particular game, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, it somehow changes the name into Crazy Maze, meaning that we're going to be spending most of our time just trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. Now, that's not to say this level wasn't all that hard, it's just that one annoying problem that is usually happen at the end, that most people seem to have the most trouble with, even back in the day, during forms of in 2005 or 2002, like if you play Super Monkey Ball 2 or something in the Labyrinth level. So either way, aside from all that stuff, though, that this is generally one of the hardest worlds in the game still. But I don't necessarily agree to that. This is probably because we don't have the most frustrating moments, such as like, well, of course, pistons, for example, as well as some master levels and all that stuff. And by the way, if you ever played Monkey Ball 2 before, those levels, mainly with trading and gimmick and mountain and disorder, 3D maze, crazy maze, and all the other 4 that we'll get to in just a moment, those levels from Monkey Ball 2 are only exclusive to story mode, because unlike the challenge mode, they are constantly experiencing these stages, because either way though, because, you know, they're trying to bring some of these familiar levels from story mode, but place it in a different environment, such as like, well, if you remember from the likes of Banks level, all the way up to, I would say coaster level from the likes of the Super Monkey Ball 2 game, that normally it takes place in a lava magma level in the entire environment, but in the challenge mode it simply takes place in a jungle island. So either way though, it's one to classify that, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that part right there always ticks me off whenever I first time playing through Super Monkey Ball 2 for the first time, and yeah, that just always aggravates me back then. So, but I'm no longer trying to deal with that issue anymore, so either way though, that makes it a little bit obvious for that rate. So, ready? Alright, so World 1010, which is rings based off from floor 46 from the original Super Monkey Ball, kind of think about it. And yeah, this is gonna be a 2 gold stage, so even then though, I think this is the final green gold stage throughout story mode, but either way though, that's pretty much it for the first half of World 10. And now let's go on to the different file now and take on, what else, the final 10 stages in story mode, and we can able to see the true ending of the game. So here we go, on to Postmodern. This stage is kind of spaced out, but ultimately speaking, in this stage in particular, that we have to climb on stairs, meaning that we're going to be spending most of our time just trying to keep on, you know, go upstairs basically. So either way though, once you've done so already, then you weren't able to realize about the fact that you would give yourselves a bunch at the end, so unless it's like optional if you really want to go for that, if you really want to go for a top score or anything like that. And spoiler warning for those of you probably wondering, as I said this countless amount of times before, I don't think we can able to get ourselves the actual 999 bananas in the second file, just because, well, for the sake of the forms of trying to go from stages 11 all the way up to 20, basically, just because of how the fact that, although I was able to originally try to do the opposite way between file 1 and file 2 for between both playthroughs, but unfortunately though, it's already too late from now on, and plus, I really can't afford able to restart everything all over again if I somehow just mess things up completely, but oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, World 10-12 is obviously stairs, whereas basically it's like the same level as Postmodern, except, well, we have less stairs to deal with, and plus, you have to build up with your speed in order to be able to go from stair to stair. So either way though, if you manage to get the hang of this though, then you should be good to go. See, I don't find that level to be all that challenging, or especially noticeable with any other levels for that matter, so Revolution. So I think this stage is going to be twice as big, because as you can see, this giant platform was actually rotating itself. The ones you need to stand onto at all times is, of course, the goal is usually over there, and we need to keep our balance steady, so just in case we really refuse to fall off. So either way though, that's that, and oh jeez, oh thank you. Oh, that was close. And plus it's kind of scary too, because if I somehow screwed over by accidentally bump into the goal, then I would assume I'm also able to restart everything on that part again, so... Level 10-14, which is Clover, which is basically, it's like a shape of a... I don't know what you would call it, a clover from the likes of those suit cards or something like that. And this level can get pretty tricky if you manage to trying to be more accurate with the analog stick sometimes, because as you can see, we have ourselves a little bit more of a slopey parts right there, and the ultimate challenge for this is the fact that we obviously need to be very careful as to be expected. So even though there's not much else to really say about this apart from, you know, just don't fall off basically. Alright, so I'm almost there, almost there. Oh jeez, okay, it's almost there. No, so close! I was so close to able to get to this. There's also a shortcut you can take by able to actually skip the entire ordeal, but I don't think I can able to show that off because, well, usually, relatively speaking, I don't know if I can able to do that. But then again, you have infinite lives, unlike challenge mode, that you do have a certain amount of lives, but either way though, yeah, that's as far as I can say about it. Speaking of extra lives actually in challenge mode, before we get into that however though, let's move on to the next stage, which appears to be World 1015 Invisible. Now this stage is actually pretty cool, because basically as you can see it does say invisible on the screen, or in this case on the actual stage display. If you activate that switch, this means that you have to figure out where the letters are actually going to be at. So either way though, it's going to be a little bit tricky if you try to get the hang of it though. So either way though, let's just go ahead and go to the V letter, and hopefully we should be able to just follow the actual the words that's being represented with. But most of the time I'm not very good at memorization sometimes, unless if there's like try to keep on pausing technique, which I was hoping to try to do, but unfortunately that's not the case sadly. So yeah, to get extra lives in this game, specifically in the challenge mode, well, unlike in Super Monkey Ball 2, like, in order to actually get more extra lives during the forms of Super Monkey Ball 2's challenge mode is the fact that you have to spend your party points, and then you would be able to actually just get some more, what else? Some more extra lives. However though, in Deluxe, it actually does some sort of a ridiculous method this time around, is that you have to play the game a little bit of a longer period of time, and then if you're trying to complete more stages or something like that, then you would expect you would be able to actually get yourselves, what else? Some more monkeys as far as extra lives goes. And as far as any other unlockable requirements, such as I mentioned this before, this game does have ultimate mode, which in order to actually unlock ultimate mode is the fact that you have to play through beginner, advanced, and expert difficulty within a well, for the entire whole thing. Well, I don't know about extra stages though, because extra stages somehow usually doesn't count unless if you really want to go for 100% completion as well as master mode. But either way though, we'll figure that one for our own time or something like that. So, and also another unlockables you can get is obviously you get cutscenes when you play through story mode for the first time, so that's pretty much self-explanatory for the most part. And as far as everything else is concerned, there was actually two different credits roll in Journey Forms of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. One is involved around the similar credit sequence as in the original Super Monkey Ball, and another one which is actually based off from Super Monkey Ball 2, meaning that the actual Super Monkey Ball 2 credit sequence as well as the original game's credit sequence is relatively unchanged in comparison to the GameCube Duology series, which either way, well, apart from the fact that the actual music in the background managed to plays out during the forms of Monkey Ball 1 credit sequence as opposed to the ones in the original. So that's how it goes basically. So either way though, aside from everything else though, that's as far as I can really try to say. Although apart from the fact that you don't have to worry about the forms of trying to unlock every single party games in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe because they are unlocked from the start. So even then though, that's always good because even then though, it just makes it more of a definitive way playing the Super Monkey Ball series. Easily without a doubt, that we'll discuss more about it until later, but from now on let's focusing on the next stage as you can see, which appears to be level 1016, which is Coffee Cup. So yeah, we just have to aim for the goal in between these bumpers as you can see right there. And this level is pretty easy though if you get the hang of it though, but if you really want to go for those punches, well, more power to you. So anyways, created by on level 1017, and this is actually based off from the final stage in Super Monkey Ball 2, which is definitely true, even though despite the fact that the Newsman Vision doesn't seem to able to develop this particular title, unlike the original two games, including, well, Realism does manage to able to make a publishing or developing Super Monkey Ball Jr., if you want to count that. But as far as Super Monkey Ball 1 and Super Monkey Ball 2, Newsman Vision managed to able to do a superior job. Well, nothing bragging rights or anything like that, but either way though, that's how it goes basically, so... But at least we've pretty much gone through all of these stages based off from Super Monkey Ball 2, and now let's move on to the final 3 stages, which they are entirely based off from Super Monkey Ball 1. So, Metamorpheus, which I think that's what the name of this stage is called, in level 10-18. I was supposed to be able to actually go ahead and go after those bananas, but honestly, I think we are probably not going to make it for that certain amount on that run, so even then, no. Sad to tell you for this point, guys, but either way, though, we just want to able to wrap things up, basically. So, level 10-19, which is Checker. So, there are 3 goals to able to actually just come across into, such as those one is blue, and the other one is green, and the last one is the red. So, I can't really tell which goal I might go into, but most of the time my analog stick was a bit too sensitive on the Xbox sometimes, even on my Xbox 360 analog stick drifting most of the time, and as a result, it just always tends to mess my movements up, so as a result... Oh, can we make it? Whew! That was really close. Thankfully, we did manage to get to the red goal at least, so at least we got that. So, whew. Anyways, final stage in the entirety of story mode in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, and it's also the final stage in World 10, that it appears to be Rage, on level 10-20. So either way, yeah, there's no way I can do that shortcut. So either way, we'll just have to go for a normal path, and this is actually based off from floor 44 in the original Monkey Ball in the arcade, as well as Super Monkey Ball on the GameCube, so there's nothing else to say about it here. So there was the last few bananas I could able to get, and for the sake of clarity, we'll end off with 920, but yeah, at least we got enough as it goes by. So that pretty much concludes all the stages in story mode, so let's watch the ending of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe story mode. So yes, we managed to save the day, and as a result, Dr. Baboon, he's basically give up on his evil schemes and plans. So yeah, as a result, that again, if you're trying to complete story mode for the first time, you would able to actually unlock the credit sequence based off from Super Monkey Ball 2. And plus, you notice on these little ropes, as you can see right there, between these two, two sides of the screen, this is actually more likely because it's all widescreen support, so as a result, that because the game expects us to able to actually still plays out from the likes of, well, the forms of, just anything else for the most part, and yeah, it actually says Super Monkey Ball 2 original staff roll, and even then though, they haven't got that many people that have made Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, aside from able to actually have, like, similar like engine as in Super Monkey Ball 2, despite that, but even then I don't mind about it too much. So let's speak of our final thoughts of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe as a result, in comparative form to the future games, because out of all the actual Super Monkey Ball games, including Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll, despite with all these criticisms, I feel like, this is the last very awesome Super Monkey Ball game. This is the final Super Monkey Ball game I always adore. Like, usually, relatively speaking, until the future games, like, it all goes downhill when it gets to Super Monkey Ball Adventure and onwards. But don't get me wrong, I had a good time on Banana Blitz, and I'm really not a big fan of Step and Roll, and let's say for 3D for later. And as far as Banana Blitz are concerned, well, we'll find out whenever we get into that. But between this, alongside with Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, these are my definitive experiencing Super Monkey Ball. But honestly, out of all the actual Super Monkey Ball games I've ever played, this one is without a doubt one of my favorite ones of all time. Probably because of the fact that it has a lot more content than informs of how it does it. I mean, sure, it does have some problems, sure, mainly due to the fact that with some cutscenes, if you ever play the 360 console, does get a little bit janky and laggy at points. And plus, not to mention though, is the fact that I really do miss the GameCube controller on this game. Because as a result, because if you're used to with the two duology games on the GameCube, then you do realize it has a lot more accuracy on the GameCube controller. But unfortunately for the Xbox and PlayStation 2, you have to deal with the forms of likely due to the fact that we have to deal with the 360 analog stick. But aside from that though, this game really rocks, and if you're able to actually don't have the PlayStation 2 or the original Xbox for that matter, you should definitely recommend this game. And it's actually backwards compatibility with the Xbox 360 by the way, which is always a huge plus. So I'm sure most people already done that, but if you don't, however though, you'll be missing out a lot. Such as like bringing back most of the stages from Monkey Ball 1 and all the levels from Super Monkey Ball 2. Actually, gotta think about it, they bring back all the stages from Super Monkey Ball 1, all the stages from Super Monkey Ball 2, and trying to spice things up, they actually did manage to add in new stages or what have you, which originally planned for Super Monkey Ball 3. But as a result of that kind of stuff though, I should definitely recommend it. Especially noticeable that the music is pretty much unchanged from the GameCube games, which I always adore, because the soundtrack is magnificent, especially with Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 all at the same time, which I certainly do agree to that. So yeah, I should definitely recommend this game, and before we end this Let's Play off, after when this credit sequence has been done, you can able to actually grab those stars, which if you grab those stars, this way you'll be transformed into bigger variations of themselves, and also you become invincible, so I just want to classify that. So, final cutscene folks. And in the ending though, the actual bananas also been brought back, so either way I just want to classify that. And also the name entry sequence is actually based off from Super Monkey Ball 2 by the way, because of the actual amusement park in background, as well as the actual capsule machine, because I remember in Monkey Ball 1 actually, they did manage to force you to able to select only 3 letters on the name entry sequences, but in Monkey Ball 2 and Monkey Ball Deluxe, they did manage to able to bring more letters to the table. So yeah, that's the, as you can see on this ranking system, about the fact that since I'm in first place, so as a result though, this is actually on file 1 by the way, but as far as file 2 is concerned, I'm pretty sure in second place, because that's the only progression we're in, so I have to jump cut, and then just trying to put those names in between. So either way though, yeah, for my second playthrough, it was actually slightly rough around the edges though, but apart from those side of things though, we did that pretty okay. So either way though, that's pretty much it for our Let's Play of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe for the PlayStation 2/Xbox. I hope you guys are able to enjoy this Let's Play, because I'm sure you really do miss this game, do you? So this is me, Sonic the Hedgehog, and join us next time for more Super Monkey Ball action. Next up, it will be Super Monkey Ball Jr. for the Game Boy Advance. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time for that. And announcer, please game over me, please.